And good morning everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of HR New Beginnings. I hope you're all well, and I'd like to thank you all for your views and your subscriptions. I'm overwhelmed, so thank you so much. Now, also a quick shout out, because I missed you last time. That's the Hillies, that's Car, that's Galaxy Paws, and HR Dog. Hope you're all well and being safe. Okay, now let's get to it. I've been bad. I've done some things. I'm sorry. I've got these set out ready for today's episode. As you can see, this is okay. I put seeds in. They go into the hopper. They go to the composter. Then bone meal comes out and goes in. So I've been tidying up my seeds because I had way too many seeds. We have also, thanks to Mrs. GP, got mountains of stone. So, what I had to do was, the crusher wasn't working quick enough. It was tediously slow, because I built this for like an AFK, just so I could sit here and go and do stuff while it was grinding. So I'm afraid to say what I did was, if we look at crusher, there are two varieties, I think. This one, I didn't do that one. I took some redstone alloy, which is just iron and 4 redstone in the alloy smelter, which is exactly the same as it was. We've got the diamond. Well, we had a few diamonds. I picked up the basic crusher and put it in there. The best bismuth steel is an alloy smelter, and it's 2 iron, 3 coal dust, which you do in the crusher. Just put in, it's a 1 for 1, so 3 bits of coal gives you 3 dust, and a bismuth or ingot, as it was at the time. So I got enough for that. And then what did we have? Redstone alloy. Then we had this, which was, so I had 3 ingots. Sorry, 2 ingots for there, 1 ingot for there, and then glass. And I just made the crusher, and you know what, I went and look how quick it's going now. It's like, whoa, that's fast. That is so much faster. So it still goes through to here. We're still getting some cobblestone. However, now what I've done is, you see here, over here, I made an electric furnace. And the electric furnace, if we have a look at that, we go there and we go furnace, which was very similar. Oh, here we are. The electric, no, not the blast furnace, the electric furnace. I had to make a heating element. You get 2. So that is copper and some more redstone alloy. That worked well. That was quite easy. Another of these machine frames, but they're quite simple really, because it's just that and some bismuth steel, redstone alloy, iron, just normal iron, smooth stone, and that's just cobblestone cooked into stone, which is cooked into smooth stone. And then the circuit board, which I thought would be really hard, and actually redstone alloy, gold, redstone, and 3 iron nuggets. And it's like, and I have found that the coal burner, or the coal furnace, the coal generator, my apologies, is just providing enough so that they don't run out of power. And there are upgrades I can put onto these, but that means I've got to go to the Nether, which we're not doing today. So this, I just have to keep picking up. It's not a perfect build setup, but it is a setup. Okay. So I've built that, and I've built that. If we head down as well now, that's where Mrs. GP dumps all her stuff. Bless her. She's doing a stonking job with all this mining. Food wise, I'll show you when I come back, but I'm now growing 2 rows of tomatoes, 2 rows of onions, 2 rows of soy and some wheat, and then over here I've just planted cotton. Just cotton, that's all. Over there is I'm experimenting. I'm probably going to have a little sort of a wheat farm for looks more than anything else. And you'll see, I've prepared this ready with another scarecrow. I think we might need that today. I've also got these going, so we need probably a farm for these because they'll be a great fuel. But do you know what? I don't know. Will they? Let's try this. Will they work in the coal furnace? Bearing in mind that it's a coal furnace, probably not. But we'll give it a go. We will give it a go. Getting very, very crowded up here. If I put that there. We'll come back in a second to see how that's doing, and then I can put the coal back in. Food-wise, though, I've got the soya. I cook, and that gives you tofu, and onions and tomatoes. And this recipe, tofu scramble. But it does, 6 chicken legs, and it's sort of 2/3 saturated. So it's a lovely food, and they all grow really quickly, as you can see, because while I was waiting for this to smelt down, I managed to build this, get the boxes done, move the farm, set up that farm, do that farm, plant those. Yeah, so I think that's those. Oh yes, also my tools. Let's go to here. There was an old sword that we had in here for Mrs. GP. I've made it into iron. My apologies, refined iron. So what I did was I put, say, the axe head there, and the axe normally needs 3 things. So I just put the axe head, took that. Oh, let's move those. Put that there. Then I got my old stone axe, and I put the axe head there from refined iron, and it just became that. I also made a pattern, a tool rod blueprint, and here, if I show you, I've got paper. Whoop. And if we go paper, there it is. It's a bit of blue dye and 4 bits of paper, and you get 4 blue pieces of paper for the pattern. Oh. And what I've done is I've upgraded the pattern, so we've got the mattock and the hammer and the tool rod. So actually where they were a wooden handle, they've now become an iron rod handle, and it gives them let's have a look at, where is it? The axe. Go to there. See, that's a very bad durability, that one, I'm thinking, because that's, yeah, I don't like that durability as it is, so we'll have to change that possibly. Now the hammer has got a tiny durability because it's still stone, but what I have done, I put a redstone coated upgrade, and if we go redstone there, and it's just one of the blank upgrade bases and redstone, and then if you put that, because it's on all my tools, it's not on my sword, so all you would do is you put that there, and if I look at my sword, oh, here we are, attack damage 6.6, attack speed minus 2.4, and then if we have a look at the speed, minus 1.9, it makes it a bit quicker. But I'm not too worried about that for the sword. But it now means rather than stone, I have to carry refined iron with me. But for the minute, that will do nicely. Oh, and ready? If we listen out, because it's not night time yet. Can you hear those crickets chirping? That means it's night time. So wherever you are, if you hear the crickets, it's night time. which does make life really easy. Okay, let's see. Now you see that stopped working? So bamboo is not a good fuel for it. So we're stuck with coal or coke, I think, for that one. There are other fuels, but we'll look at those at a different day. Now, today, in order to start using this, and I've had that iron ingot on there for ages, we have obviously no aura in the area. I'm not sure what that's doing, but I presume that's some aura going up. So we've got to go to the Nether again. So the Nether is our next boundary for what we need to do. However, first, these, the inferium essence, and we have got quite a few of those here. These, with a book, will give us mystical adventure. And that's what we need to look at today for the next stage. That's going to be book 2. Okay, we're going to have a look at that in a minute. Also, my backpack, which was large. So if you go to backpacks, here you got a small backpack, which is 4 wool, 4 leather, and some string. Then the medium backpack is the small backpack and the same thing. And I don't know if I've showed it to you, but this is now. Oh, I've made it. Okay, I picked up the wrong thing. This is the. Oh my word! Look at that. That's my large backpack. I'll show Mrs. GP later. Oh no, I've already done yours, haven't I? Large backpack.
I want one.
No. Okay. Mrs. GP will be away for days, I think, really, with that. So the large backpack is large. Absolutely large. Now we need to make something else today. We need an alloy machine frame. So let's get that, shall we? We need to put the machine frame there. Oh yes, of course. What am I missing from here? Because we need to make what is referred to is a battery box. So, and oh, I've put the wrong thing in here, haven't I? No, I haven't. Oh, that's because I'm trying to do that. Well, I thought I was organised, so my apologies. We've got that. Oh no, of course, refined. Here we are. Shouldn't add to it. This makes wire, and wire will let you take power from the generator to something else. So you can actually run power along, and we're going to have a look at what they look like. We've got 12 of them. So let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, they look quite nice, don't they? So it's definitely power, and you'd have one thing this end, and you could have something there and there. So that means rather than having that huge, quite big cluster of things, we'll be able to do something. Oh, and let's fix that. Right, so we now have wire. That's that one. Next, we want. Whoop. This is the battery that goes into the battery box. And last, we want to put all those bits together. So that is aluminium and lead and wire and the machine frame and the battery. Off. There we go. So I could put that there. As you can see, things are getting quite tight and it's soaking up power. How's that doing? But let's see what everything else is doing. Ah, it's actually, that doesn't need any power. Wow. And that's going to hold 500,000 forge energy. So as we're burning, rather than wasting anything, Let's see once it gets, see if it still keeps going up. We'll come back to that in a bit. As the other good thing is, I can pick that up and take it somewhere and move it, and the energy stays inside it. Oop, where did I put the wire? Here we are. I've got a few wire made. I tried a watering can as well to speed up things growing. It does a bit, but it means I have to stand there and do this. So if we have a look, and the watering can is some iron, bone meal, and a bowl. And there are different versions, which is all to do, water wells, there we go, which is all to do with mystical agriculture, which is today's book. Put the watering can away. Right, hang on, let's have a look. Options, the music and sounds. That's better. Music seems a touch loud. That's better. Right. So, we need to go to the Nether. I've got to move. And this is things that I need to do. I've got to move all of this, but I need a place to move it to. So I will say, because my mine is there, and Mrs. GP's, well, the entrance is over there. She's probably about 5 miles that way now. I'm going to probably put it around here so that all the machines are in one location, but not close to the aura machines, or the aura, what would you call this? Well, that and that. That's fair enough. Right. Oh yes, and we're doing pretty well on smelting. That extra one has done very well. And house-wise, I will build, but I'm probably going to have a place in the lake there. So I'm close to the farms and the animals. And this is sort of a secluded place. And I'm thinking where to put the portal. And I'm thinking up there. I think that would be quite a nice little backdrop for it, the jungle. And we can sort of drape it in things as well, so it'll be quite interesting. So, right, mystical adventure. Oh, this is a say, okay. Excuse me. Mystical agriculture is a mod based around the concept of growing your growing your resources. Don't tell Mrs. GP, she'll feel redundant. Okay. This book will be your guide to using all the features of mystical agriculture. Well, let's start with the basics. We go over the different things required to get started with mystical agriculture. We need Inferium Essence. It's one of the 2 base materials within mystical agriculture. It's used in creation of pretty much everything in the mod. Okay, you can usually obtain Inferium Essence by killing hostile or passive mobs, mining it from the ground, or growing it. Okay. Is that, yep, okay. Next, Inferium Seeds. Inferium seeds are one of the main ways to collect Inferium essence. They can be grown on any farmland, but are most efficient in essence farmland. 10%. Oh, okay. Essence farmland increases the output efficiency of mystical agriculture crops in multiple ways. They are listed in the following pages. There's quite a lot to this. You can create essence farmland by either right-clicking on farmland in world with essence, or by crafting it. Okay. Crops will have a 10% chance to drop a second seed when planted in any tier essence. Farmland, $. Oh, I see. Crops will have a 20% chance to drop a second seed when planted in the corresponding tier essence farm. So there's different tiers of farmland. And Inferium seeds will drop more essences when planted on higher tier. Oh, okay. So get the best farmland you can. Okay, that's easy. Right. Basics. So should we do that first? We've got some, I think we've got quite a bit of Inferium. And I'm thinking we're going to need some seeds. Where's the seeds? They're down there. We might need some other seeds. And I've just converted them all. Never mind. Right, let's have a look. Let's get rid of that. So, first we have essence. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I wonder if the scarecrow still makes his trample free. Yes. Or it might just be the mod that does that, but we're going to make this all ready. Okay. So this is quite easy. I've no idea what we're going to grow, but can you imagine if you could grow like a duck or something? Not a duck, a chicken. I'd still have my farms. I like my farms. Oh, and you hear the crickets? Time for bed, said Zebedee. Right. And let's go. Quick. Snooze time. Okay. So we have made and the basics. Alright. An infusion crystal. Higher tier essences. Oh, I see. When I've read... Now, that's interesting. I presume, because I've read that, but I haven't read that. Oh, we just looked at it, didn't we? You can usually obtain prosperity shards by mining them from the ground. We've got lots of those. And infusion crystals we've just seen. It's used to create higher tier essences. Oh, okay. So we probably need those. Inferium seeds we've looked at. Essence farmland. Right, overworld ores. Inferium ore, we have seen that at Y levels 50 and below. Prosperity ore, 50 and below. Okay. So that's where we tend to grow anywhere. Resource crops. Resource crops are the heart and soul of what makes mystical agriculture so great. However, there are some special properties of resources crops that should be noted. Resource crops cannot be grown using bone meal. Resource crops do not drop a second seed unless planted on essence farmland, which we've done. Resource crops are usually created using an infusion altar. What's that? Oh, I say, that's rather pretty. So we've got to build something else by the looks of things. And the world will show you where to place your pedestals. So, by the sounds of things, we have to make pedestals. And the altar. So we've got to make one of these. So we'll do that next downstairs. Resource crops. Growth accelerators are used to increase plant growth speed. They apply random growth ticks to the first plant placed above them within the specified range. You can stack multiple growth accelerators of any tier as long as the plant is within range. Wow! So you could actually have... What do they need? They've got all the essence and they need one of those. Need to figure out. You could plant those under the farmland, but you could have something presumably up to like 11 layers below the farmland with those to really make everything grow quick. What are these? Inferium. Let's just call it a gemstone, shall we? Oh, the watering can. Oh, okay. Oh, they're probably... No, I can use those on these essences. Fertilized essence usually drops from all resource crops except Inferium. It works identically to bone meal, but also works on resource crops. Fertilized essence can also be used to more efficiently craft mystical fertilizer. There's a lot we've got today. Right. So I think the first thing we need to do, what do we need to do? Essence of watering can. So, as much as I hate to say it, you know what we need to do. We need to go souls, elemental, machines, no, tinkering. Oh look, we can make armor and tools with it. Augments. Oh, wow. Look at what... With a resistance. Oh, okay. Flight. Creative flight while they have the arm. Oh, okay. So that's something we need to get fairly quickly. So if we go to prosperity shards, not that one. Infusion crystal. Oh, resource crops. Oh, here it is. The infusion altar. We need stone, red carpet, and gold. Stone, red carpet, and gold. Right. We have that. This is going to use even more gold. I think if we're going to make anything, we probably should be using gold. Can I turn redstone? No. Right. So let's have a look at red dye. A red carpet. Red dye. Oh, raspberries. We've got raspberries and strawberries. Oh, that's fantastic. Raspberries and strawberries. Oh. They're all around here. This is what I mean. I've really got to sort this out. But at least I... No, they're not. Where's my raspberry bushes? That's strange. No. No. Oh, hang on. No, that's the output for that. Oh, here we are. Raspberry bush and strawberry bush. Okay, dokie. So we're going to need some red dye for things, because presumably we're going to have to make this altar. I might have enough. Let's just pop this down here, shall we? Because we don't have much left now. So I think we need to make... Pop that in there. Okay. And raspberry. Oh, this is just making me... I don't know about you. I do love strawberries. Especially with... This is really bad. A little bit of sugar. Yeah, that's really nice. Raspberries, I like in a yogurt and granola. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just going to make myself hungry. I really am. I'm glad I didn't eat all those berries. So, look at that, raspberries. I think we've eaten most of the strawberries, but never mind. So the strawberries, that's one. That's onion seeds, raspberries, 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. Let's put those ones back. So we have got... No, where's my red dye? Thank you very much. I'm very pleased that we've got quite a bit of wool. And the good thing about cotton... Let's see, shall we? We can turn the cotton... If I just go... It's probably going to be a lot easier. Wool. And cotton. There we go. Okay. Because then I love this. This is so useful. And also, if you put any colour wool in there, it works. So if we do red wool, that's 1 for 1. So we go red carpet. That's 1, 2. Oh, that's a far better way of doing it. 6, 9, 12. I'm going to go 33. Oh, So, that's a more efficient way of doing it. 8, 16, 24, 32. Fine. We put that back, and I want my gold, and I'll put my red dye in there for the time being. And we need stone. We've got that's all andesite. Hang on. Where's the output? Here it is. Let's put those away. And we'll have loads of stacks of stone. Also as well, I'm probably going to repeat myself here. If you click in the box of your chest, there is a button you can go into controls that sorts it all out for you. Much easier. How are we doing here? Wow, that's full. That is actually full, look. We could make several of those. That's really efficient, that generator. Okay, because we're not going to be using this every day. I mean, at the moment I am, because I'm making loads of stone. Let's put the onion seeds away. Right. And we're going to wait for the birds. We're going to wait for the crickets to start chirping, which will be any moment now. Come on. And then we'll go to sleep. Brilliant. Come on. Thank you. And voila. Okay. I think we've got a lot done today. Lots of updates. So for the moment, we're going to leave it there. Oh, look at me walking on the chest. Sorry, I get easily distracted. So with the sun rising behind us, we're going to leave it there. I just want to say thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, consider subscribing and consider a comment, good or bad, a comment's a comment, and thank you very much indeed. And finally, all of you, take care, be safe, especially, and you get a double shout out today. You've got the Hillies, Car, Galaxy Paws, and HR Dog. I will find a llama, a dog, and a duck soon. A chicken soon. And we'll get them named, because I'm going to try and find a little baby llama, because I believe you can name tag baby llamas. I don't know if it says when it's grown up, but for today's episode, that will do. With the next episode, we're going to be building Mystical Agriculture's altar down there. So for now, this is GP on the PC signing off. You all take care and you all be safe. Ta-da for now.